What's good? It's your boy Tree, Trevor Turner. I want to leave y'all with a little something. We remember 10% of what we read, 20% of what we hear, 30% of what we see, but we remember 70% of what we discuss with others, 80% of what we personally experience, and 95% of what we teach others. One of the things that I want to encourage people to do, and this is something they actually talk about in the Bible, don't just be hearers of the word, be doers of the word. Because if you're a doer of something, you remember more of it. You implement more of it into your life. You imprint more of it onto your heart, into your mind, onto your soul. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you hear about, whatever it is that you read about, whatever it is that you see, try to get out there and do it. Talk to other people about it. If it's something that's beneficial, one of the best ways to get it into yourself is to teach other people about it too. That's one of the reasons that I feel I am able to bring a lot of these things into my own life in such a profound way, is because I am telling other people about it. I am teaching other people about these things so that even when I'm going through a moment of difficulty, even when I'm going through moments of uncertainty, even when I'm going through things, even when I'm going through issues and I'm having my times and my troubles, because I have those, everybody has those, I'm able to more clearly remember the things that I was talking to you guys about, whether it comes to discipline, whether it comes to being calm, whether it comes to breathing techniques, whether it comes to emotional intelligence and decision making, or being aware of what's going on, or your beliefs, or having that zeal, or believing in what it is that you're doing and loving what you're doing. When things feel like a chore, instead of approaching it like a chore, I'm able to approach it with love. I'm able to approach it with belief. I'm able to approach it with passion and zeal, because I've taught you guys about this. I've taught other people about this. I've taught people and I've talked to people about this, so that I'm able to remember 95% of it. I'm able to remember 70% of it. I'm able to remember 80% of it. Because I didn't just read it. I didn't just hear it. I didn't just see it. I did it, or I talked about it, or I wrapped it up in a neat little package so that I could bring it to somebody else, so that I could teach somebody else how that this could, the things that I talk about and the things that I go through, or the things that I use to change my perspective in the way that I look at life, and all those things that brought me from somebody who was so steeped in negativity, all those things that brought me to somebody who was just like in a shitty mood all the time and depressed all the fucking time and just going through all these mental health issues and going through all these emotional issues. I was able to take myself from that person to a person who has the weight of the world on his shoulders and is able to take it with a smile because he loves what he do. And I'm able to remember all that stuff because I take it and I put it in these neat little packages and I write up these outlines for you guys and I bring them and I talk about them on this microphone. I talk about them on this camera. I talk about them in my room. I talk about them when I ain't got nothing to do except lean my phone up on something in the closet. But because I'm able to talk about it with others, I'm able to experience it. I'm able to teach other people about it. I'm able to remember it. I'm able to carry it with me more in my daily life. So that's what I encourage for you guys to do. I've heard about this from pastors. When they're going through and they're making their sermons, the first person that God is trying to teach is them. A lot of times the places that I'm lacking, a lot of times the places that I need to remember, a lot of times the places that I need to implement in my own life in a more profound way are the things that I talk to you guys about. And as soon as I talk to you guys about it, as soon as I talk on this mic about it, as soon as I talk on this camera about it, I'm able to remember it more throughout the week. I'm able to remember it more all the way throughout the month. I'm able to remember it more in a random time. Like, you know what? I need to adjust this. I need to take care of this more. I need to do this more. I need to have more empathy. I need to do things. I need to put myself in other people's shoes. I need to worry more about having discipline when it comes to emotional intelligence. I need to worry about having more zeal for things. I need to worry about doing all these other things. Getting out of my head, getting into my body, getting out of my thoughts, becoming the observer, getting out of the future and becoming present, getting out of the past and getting into the now. I'm able to remember all of those things way better because I'm trying to teach other people about it, because I'm trying to talk to other people about it, because I'm trying to experience those things. You know, one of the things that I'm in the process and in the midst of experiencing on myself is how when you set goals, when you commit yourself to dreams, when you commit yourself to destinations, and you commit yourself so much to becoming the person that you need to become to accomplish those things, your subconscious mind will actually start giving you ways to make those things a reality. It will give you the steps that you need to get to that destination, to that reality that you've created and conjured up in your mind. And this is something I've heard about before. I've read about it before. I've seen it talked about on TV, or I've seen other people talk about it, whatever the case may be. But until I started talking to other people about it, until I started experiencing it myself, and until I started trying to teach about it, I didn't remember every aspect of it. I didn't remember that the vibration that you're at influences whether or not your thoughts actually get into the universe. The emotional vibrations that you're at, if you're dealing with certain types of emotions, they lower your vibrational level, so your thoughts are not able to escape and get into the universe. But if you're in that emotional vibration, that frequency of joy, that frequency of being present in the moment, you're able to send your thoughts out into the universe, and you're able to get ideas back, inspirations back, and you're able to get all these things back. And I'm in the midst of going through those things now, because it's like, I know the destination I want to get to. I know where it is that I'm trying to go. I don't necessarily know the full how I'm going to get to every piece of that destination, but every single obstacle that's come in my way, everything that has looked like it's trying to been a hindrance in my life, I've been able to get through it. I've been able to get around it. I've been able to go under it, go over it, whatever the case, without even having to break stride, because I have personally seen and remembered certain things about how these things are going to go, and how the techniques to use and manifest all of these things in my life, because I'm able to regulate myself emotionally. I'm able to regulate myself on a mindful level. I'm able to regulate myself on a productive level. I'm able to regulate myself in so many different ways to keep myself in the right mindset to receive the steps from that infinite intelligence, from the universe, whatever you want to call it, from Yahweh, from Allah, whatever you want to call it, whatever you feel comfortable with calling it. Because the thing about it is this: energy is real. The universe is real. What you send out comes back, and that is real. And since I've been able to teach people about it, since I've been able to discuss it with others, since I've been able to experience it, I'm able to remember it more, and I'm able to continue walking in it. That's why I encourage you guys, after every video that I do, to start implementing stuff. Start implementing stuff. Because once you start to experience the benefits of doing things in a different way, once you start to experience the benefits to your mindset, when you start thinking about things in a different way, you will remember how that feels. You'll remember how it feels so much better not to have to live frustrated, because you just simply shifted your shifted your perspective a little bit. You kind of just angled that lens in a different way, and it's like, I don't have to be mad. My heart don't have to be beating out of my chest. I don't have to feel like all the tenseness in the back of my neck. I don't have to feel my fingernails digging into my palms. I don't have to feel that clenching in my chest. I don't have to feel none of that no more. This feels good. Like, I've experienced that before. I've talked to other people about that before. I've taught other people who I've just seen like are on edge all the time. And I said, hey, man, why don't you try this? And because I've done that, because I've shared it with other people, I've been able to remember it. And that's one of the main things that I want to leave you with, especially when it comes to purpose. Your purpose isn't for you. Your purpose is for other people. Purpose isn't for you. Your purpose is to touch other people, to affect other people, to complement their lives or supplement their lives in profound ways. And then in turn, by you doing that, you actually impact your own life in profound ways. Remember, 10% of what we read, 20% of what we hear, 30% of what we see, 70% of what we discuss with others, 80% of what we personally experience, and 95% of what we teach to others. Thank you once again for watching. I'll let you. Deuces.